had one rental that we owned, so that was their first property that we owned. And then we got a second one that we rehabbed and turned into a rental. And my family actually had about 4 or 5 single-family properties, so it was with a different company. And so I was like, well, let's take this over. So it's actually had about a few others that came on board, right? And then even while we were independent, we started growing just with realtor referrals and whatnot. So we were about maybe 30 properties when we opened June 2012 with the franchise. So we changed all the branding over and kind of transitioned, and it was pretty smooth. But we had already kind of the framework for an operating business. It just helped us present much more effectively. So when we had our office and we kind of opened up with the real RPM branding and we had the grand opening, it was so nice to have brochures for meeting with clients that had a much more polished look. But it was still tough. I mean, in the very beginning, to be small and you have very little revenue, and we had some long days, and he actually he had some health issues, and so he transitioned out. So I kind of had to bring someone else in that I was friends with, and got it back up rolling again. And then we just went through the process, organic growth and working with realtors and learning and taking as many educational courses as we could. And then we had this opportunity that came up with someone that wanted to retire. So basically we had the company open for about a year and a half of kind of organic growth, and we're kind of getting in the stream of things. We went from 30 doors to a little over 100 doors, right? And then we had this acquisition opportunity that came in front of us, and that's been the last basically 2.5 years of just working on that. So it's been kind of a gargantuan rise in size. We went from basically 1 to 2 to 3 to 10 to 30 to 100 to now we're at 1,500. So it's been a pretty rocket ship of a ride. But it was because of that confidence that we had that, hey, we're going to go and walk into every company in the area, introduce ourselves and say, hey, we're the new guys in town, property management. We want to have good relationships with everybody. And by the way, if you're looking to sell, we'd be happy to talk.